Welcome, everybody. Tonia Reeves, Australia's Cowgirl Medium, here for Animal Dreaming Radio Show. We're very excited to have Nick Bibes on today. Nick, thank you so much for bringing your talent with it to be on the show today. We're very excited.
Thanks, Tonia. I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. I've got my new cards just coming out. What a better way to turn around and publicise it and come out. Let's have a show. Let's have some readings. Let's have some fun today. Let's really get into the nitty-gritty of life. And, these have brought me back to life, and hopefully can bring people back onto their soul journey and look at that soul journey and lift that energy up. There's been a rough year. Let's just turn around and brighten everything up, and always believe in your dreams. Never forget your dreams, irrespective of what's going on in the world. It's moving forward and continuing growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. It couldn't come at a better time. And I believe they've just landed in the country. So
they're in Australia. They landed, got the news last night. They're in Queensland. They've just got to get through customs, then come to me. Then they can come straight out to you and turning around and, real happy. So hopefully, to turn around, you might just get them before Christmas or just after. But let's start off the new year with a bang. There's no better way than
they are awesome.
Enchanted Oracle cards.
Love it. And I love the artwork, Nick. So you commissioned somebody to do your artwork?
Yes, I got Kate McCready. If you turned around and done the artwork for him, and the beautiful pictures, and the artwork is absolutely sensational. I'll show you a few of the cards here.
I'd love to see them. I've seen a couple that you've shared, and they're amazing. Wow.
There you go. These, we've got turn around and
wow.
And each one represents a different meaning as you turn. And not only can you read them from one side, you can turn them over. They can be read on both sides. And this one, funny enough, is self-worth. And that's one area of my life that I didn't have any faith in, but now I do have. And it's been that knowing and look at the colours. You can read the different colours that turn around and represent different things. You've got the sun on there as well that you can read a message for. Each point has got a different message as well, and there's a little affirmation that you just could read just every day. It's how deep you want to really go in. And I produce, as I said, they're just absolutely stunning. Hippopotamus, that's my power animal. Like a true Scorpio, I used to hide underneath the water. Now I've come out and I show my true self.
I love that. I love that. And you've got no choice but to now with your cards. And
that's right. And this is about coming out in the open. I can't hide anymore. And that was the essence of why I did the cards, Tonia, where I was looking for answers within myself. The cards are a deck where you can ask yourself, where you look at the 5 states of living, I call it, on a thought state, a physical state, an emotional state, a heart state, and a soul state, to bring you to live in the now. Because when we live in the moment, anything's possible. It's just getting out of our own headspace, and you can turn around and look at what's happening on an internal level and on an external level and bring that all into a balance. And as I said, these have been 7 years in the making. And, when you really honour yourself and really believe in yourself, and especially coming from a state like I come from a state of suppression that led to depression, but now leads to expression. So it's about going in there, and I had to stop living the way that everyone else wanted me to live, and sort of trying to live to the expectations of others, and really go deep within myself. And the only way you can go deep, unfortunately, you've got to go within, and you've got to rip yourself apart and start all over again, and change as we so call it, the conditioning that we've got. And it's once we turn around and rip ourselves apart and allow ourselves to be ourselves that anything can turn around and happen. And these are just as I said, these are just everyday cards. You can just pick up one a day, or there's a 1 card spread, there's a 5 card spread. Wherever you're lost, there's a blockage somewhere, or we're lost, but know that there's always a way that you can find yourself home once you follow that soul path and really get in touch with who you truly are. And as I said, these are my babies. These are 7 years in the making, turn around and for a person that never believed in himself to actually allowed to believe in everything that I see, do, hear, sense, because this comes from within me. That's where, everyone's journey is. Everyone's journey is within themselves. We spent so many years separated from ourselves, but once we come within ourselves and start to go into that journey and honouring that and knowing that we're all individuals, we've all got separate journeys, we've all got journeys that we have to turn around and go to, and no one can go through the healing emotions and the knowledge and the lessons but yourself. And it's about asking yourself and going within yourself, because the greatest teacher is you, the greatest healer is you, the greatest lessons in life is inside you. But it's about me being the person that I was. I used to hide. I used to turn around and bit of an introvert, and not believing myself was easier for me to hide. But with these cards, I can't hide anymore. It comes out in the open, and it just turns around and says to my truth. And if I don't make the changes within myself, my life is going to continue going down the path that I don't want to live in. But with this, it shows me what I've got to work on. And the more, like anything, the more that you work on yourself, the easier life becomes and the more freedom we have within ourselves.
Absolutely. And it's like, I think coming out of, with this year, 2020 being so powerful, and I know, not just for myself, but many that I've chatted to along the way, the lessons that we're learning and the digging deep within, there's certainly been the hindsight to this year has been about owning our shit, is what I say. It's like we're really made to own it. And I agree with you, Nick. It's like what our body can create, we can uncreate. And it's a little bit the same as our life. We can look at the past and choose to, take on those lessons and go, okay, I'm going to come out of this a bit stronger and do the work. And, we can get through that. And I think you're a great example of that, how people can, you can trust that their guidance will show you.
That's right. And you've got to understand, with people with mental illnesses, this is what I say to people. It takes us just that little bit longer. We don't have to be in a hurry to get there. It just takes us longer. Nothing was built in a day. Like as the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither were you. You've got to understand, there's so much knowledge and so much conditioning that you've been through. It's not going to take just that step. And this is the thing with depression. Go for a walk and you'll get over it. It doesn't work like that. It never does work like that. Or you turn around. And what this year has taught, even myself, the greatest two gifts I can give myself is time and space. Time to adjust to everything, and space away from everyone showed me how much that I needed people in my life. Not only people in my life, how much I needed myself in my life. I spent so many years trying to give myself away to everyone else that I'd forgotten about myself. And I call it, and this is, and this is the workshops that I'm going to do with these cards. It's going to be called Remember Me, Finding My True Self. Because that's what it's all about. It's remembering who you are. Yes, we're all, we're a father, we're a mother, we're a wife, we're a sister, we're a brother, we're an uncle. But we've got to remember one thing. Who are we? We can all be part of that on an earth plane, but who are we on a soul level? What makes us tick? What satisfies us? And the more that we can lift ourselves, the more you lift everyone else up anyway. And coming into it. And it's true. And as I said, and this is why, everyone's found it hard in this year. I turned around, this life that's been here, this is my life. So for me, everyone's come to my world. For the first time in my life, I feel like a normal person. I don't feel different to anyone else because everyone's come down to, hey, this is what I deal with every day. This is what I have to deal with. I turn around and look at it, but I've learned that where people have turned around and said to me that you have to have someone to be in love, that if you're by yourself, you're lonely. I'm here to change the world of the way it's thinking. When you have that time for yourself, it's the greatest love you have. And the greatest love that you have is down deep inside you. When you can love you, it doesn't matter. You don't need someone to fulfill that love. You only need yourself to fulfill that love. Because when you got that love, you're in love 24/7. 7 days a week, every day of the year. And the more that you find that love within yourself, the more that your life starts to become happier. Because you don't care what everyone else is doing. All you're worried about is yourself and what you're doing. And it might not make sense to other people. Bad luck. I didn't come into this world to sit there and make them happy while I'm miserable. I came into this world to be happy, to make them happy too. But let us be united in happiness and knowing that you don't need one. Forget about being by yourself is not lonely. Being by yourself is the greatest time you can give yourself. It's the greatest time you can love yourself. It's the greatest peace you'll ever find.
That's right. There's no one telling you what to do. It's like, how good's that?
Hey, if you want to do it, go. You do it. Leave me alone. I'm happy in my little bubble here. And it's and this is what I've thrived for, turned around and found that comfort and having people in my life, but having the right people in my life, not having people in my life for the sake of having people in my life. It's that runaway mechanism, I call it. We run away to an addiction, whether it's smoking, drinking, shopping, eating, going out with friends. We keep ourselves that busy that we're too scared to spend that time by ourselves. So it's changing. It's changing the way that we think. If this year hasn't taught us anything, how we used to work, how we used to do things before this all started has all changed. If you're not willing to change with it, you're going to get lost in it. The only thing I fear is if it continues the way that it's going on a mental illness, is that separating people by being themselves and working from home and that is going to cause friction and that, because they turn around and because you need that companionship, you need that release to turn around and let it go. You need that, one-on-one talking and communicating and all that. You still need that for you to turn around and grow with it.
Well, I was amazed going back to face-to-face reading, because I thought, that it's so easy on the computer because you just, it's you can sort of do like you don't have that. When you face-to-face, you catch up with somebody, you bring them in, and then you go, and then, you spend that extra time. But I have to say, for me, last week being the first week that I was physical, like in-person readings, I loved it. And I got to be outside. You don't realise that when you're doing things on the computer all the time, you're inside. And
that's right. And this is what people are fearing. How many people are scared now that they've opened up to go out into society?
Yeah,
because they've got so used to staying in that little bubble, is they turn around and fight that. But turning around and coming to that understanding of what it is. As I said, the greatest teacher is yourself, and it's the greatest time is being in that space by yourself and enjoying that time and doing things for you. We forget to give ourselves, something.
Yeah,
give ourselves that time, going into nature for a walk. Taking the dog for a walk, playing with your kids, but actually playing with them and turning around and just forgetting about everything else and just spending time with it.
And you've been doing road trips, haven't you? Did I see, Nick, you've been getting out now that we're allowed out?
Once we get to me and my friend Tonia, we usually get away for about 4 days and stuff like that, turn around and get rejuvenate and stuff like that. And that helps me. And this is what helps me get back into tuned with it. And, things happen in life. So even with the virus and that, and I'm just going to get a bit personal here. Unfortunately, my sister got diagnosed with cancer back in June. So we've been dealing with that at the moment and turning around, and the importance of actually rejuvenating yourself and all that has turned around and helped me, focus. And this is what people turn around and say to me now about the virus. I don't care about the virus. I've got more important things that I have to worry about. And this is how it's put life into perspective about living in the moment. Turning around when you get tragic news like that and there's nothing you can do for them, the only thing you can give to them is time and space, because she's got to go through her own journey. I love her to the moon and back, but unfortunately, all I can do is give her time and space and just be there for her and knowing, and that's all. But that's life. You have your ups and downs, and that's life. And that's what it's taught me most of all, is live in the moment. We don't know. Everyone's living in this fear of, this is going to happen. Forget it. Live now. When you're living now, you're always living in the moment. We're all here on borrowed time.
Absolutely.
You know? We're all
Absolutely.
here. We don't know when we're going, when we're coming. We don't know what we're doing. But it's about enjoying yourself. What I've truly found is finding that happiness within and finding that peace within, and knowing that these are the cards are all about me, all the things that bring me back to life and tell me exactly where I am and tell me what I have to work on. And it's a constant job. You've got to constantly keep working on yourself. Keep working.
Well, we are working in progress, aren't we? And really, it's probably something we don't take enough responsibility for at times, is that we're the only ones that can work on ourselves, ultimately. Like, yes, we can get others to help us, but we do need to be able to put the time in for us. So we need
That's right.
invest in ourselves.
We all go and learn from other things, but the learning, then the healing that you do for yourself and the working on yourself, because you're just trying to mold yourself to fit into the world of how you know how to fit into the world. And it's about molding in different places and that. And only you can, and this is what I've learned, only I can do that. We can turn around and come help you. Okay, you can't help me. I've got to go here. I've got to go in. It's changing me inside. And the more that I change inside, I'm like a big jigsaw puzzle. You turn around, you just grab a piece, hang on, I filled that gap. I go, hang on, I've forgotten about the one underneath. Let's go further. And before you know it, you're just building yourself up and go, I'm making this, so, I'm here. Then all of a sudden, bang, the universe will turn around and tell you, hang on, you haven't worked on this. And this is why I say the essence of life is people, things come and go into your life to bring you back to who you are, to turn around and remember who you are and bring you back to being the person that you got to be, not the person that you have to be.
Yeah, perfect.
There's a difference. It's turning around and be the person that you want to be. And when you are that person and knowing that person and getting to understand that person is the greatest teacher of all. And we are the greatest teacher of ourselves. We know what makes us click. We know what makes us happy. We know what makes us sad.
Beautiful. And it's true. It is so true. And we're going to get you to do some reading. So for all of those, thank you all for joining us. So we've got Sharon and Liz and Michaela. Welcome to the show, because Nick's going to do some readings from his cards. So what better way to showcase an amazing deck of cards that you can pre-order now? Nick's got all the details for that, but you can actually hey, we'll put it out there. They'll be there in time for Christmas if we. Yeah,
don't worry. Automatically, just if you're in Melbourne, I'll personally deliver them.
Yeah, beautiful. And Nick, are you going to be anywhere with your cards? Like, are you at Bulla Market?
Bulla Market on the 20th. The 20th of December, I'll be at Bulla Market.
Beautiful.
That's all at this stage, and I think we're starting to open up. I want to organise. I haven't organised. I'm going to sort of have like a launch, but I haven't organised any venues on that yet. I'm just waiting for them to come in until we open up a bit, so we can get people down there. And you can pre-order my cards. They're on Enchanted Soul Healing. And while we're on that, I might as well promote myself here. I've got affirmation cards as well. They're beautifully illustrated by Bella Finch, which is Scott's daughter. She's done a great job there. And they're just little affirmation cards. And I've got my book. And I've got specials going on now for bringing them out into the open. If you buy all three, you can have them for $70 plus postage. And if you want the book and the cards, they're $50 for the book and the cards. And the 2 sets of cards you can get for $50 as well. If you get on my website, Enchanted Soul Healing, you can purchase them from there. As I said, these have brought me back. If you know anyone that's suffering from mental illness, that's going through a bad time at the moment, they're beautiful books. They're nice and easy, and the cards are nice and easy to read. I'm always happy for a chat. You can just ring me up and turn around and happy for a chat as well. As I said, it's all about getting everyone living in that happy life and getting the stigma out of loneliness and having someone to be in love and it's lonely when you're by yourself. It's not. It's the greatest time that you'll ever give yourself, and it's the greatest love that you'll ever find, because it's the love that's sitting within yourself. So, so here we go. We're going to do some reading.
Who would like to put their hand up for a reading from one of Nick's beautiful cards? Going to showcase those. So whoever's on the feed, just put your little hand up or say yes, and we will get Nick tuning in. I know we've got a few that let me go through. Who have we got? All right, we've got Sharon Shepherd is sharing the link, and we've got Helen as well putting a hand up. So
all right, Sharon, I'll turn around and I'll do a 5-card spread. I'll do a quick 5-card spread. First one, in your thoughts, it's about allowing and being worthy of your thoughts. That's the ibis and its worthiness. So making sure that you're worthy within your thoughts. So turning around now and allowing yourself to see your worth, be your worth, and allowing yourself to express yourself. On a physical level, it's about being your true self. So at the moment, it's about allowing people to see and hear you. And it's about you showing who you truly are. Stop hiding yourself. Express yourself. Be yourself. When like a cockatoo comes out in front of you, what's it do? It squeals and it shows its true beauty. So now it's telling you to show who you truly are. On an emotional level, it's the squirrel. It's all about wisdom. It's about seeing the wisdom that you have within you. So on an emotional level, I think you're just going through a hard time at the moment. It's only grabbing what you need to move forward, because the squirrel only grabs what it needs. It can only fill so much in its mouth before it chucks out what it doesn't want. So it's telling me to chuck out the things that you no longer want on an emotional level and continue to move forward. What's going to ground you is having faith in yourself, is the turtle. The turtle will turn around and swim out of the ocean and lay its eggs, leaving its eggs there, and go swim back in the water. Well, what's saying to me, if you've got some intentions, if you want something to do, put them out there. Leave them there. Bury them in the sand and then go freely on with your life. The more that you turn around and go on with your life, the more that you become happy with life, and the more you have faith in everything that comes. And then your soul card is the leopard. It's about taking opportunities. So there's an opportunity for you to come. It's about you taking it. As a leopard sits there and it waits and it waits and it waits for its prey, as soon as the prey comes, it jumps and it takes that opportunity. So when you see your self-worth, you honour yourself. When you honour yourself, you see the wisdom in you. When you have wisdom, you have faith. When you have faith, you take opportunities. So that's your card for today. Take the opportunities. I trust I know the right opportunity when it arrives. And you can read it from the colours as well. If I was to go with the orange colour, so you'll be working with your sacral. You've got the sun up there, so it's about having that fire in the physical. It's the power animal is eagle, so it's about having strength in your thoughts. And we've got the 6 stars there. They all represent something. On the east is the angels. On the north is the god and goddesses. On the west, I've got all the animals. On the south, I've got the ancestors. We've got Father Sky up the top and Mother Earth down the bottom.
Beautiful.
So it's all about taking opportunities. The more that you take opportunities, the more you walk your soul path.
Well done, Sharon. That's Sharon's message.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to, I'll keep putting everyone up for you. So we've got a few here.
Yep.
Nick, so you to get through. Let me see. Helen was next.
All right, Helen. Well, if we've got a few, we'll do 3 card readings. How's that?
Yeah.
Make it nice and simple. All right, the first one, Helen, you're living in that no more fear. So there's something that scared you in the past that had you fear. Look at the mouse. The mouse has got everything behind it, but it's in front of everything. It's turning around. It's not scared of anything. As like a mouse, when it turns around and comes out of its hole, it's not scared of the big wide world. It's not being fearful of anything. I'm not afraid to try something new today. So it's about you trying something new and allowing yourself to turn around and be that. Your second card, and this is what's happening on a heart level, it's about the abundance of who you are. It's the peacock. So it's about allowing your heart to expand. It's allowing you to see that true beauty. When you expand, look at all the feathers. And it's about opening up your feathers now and allowing people to see that beautiful heart that you've got, allowing people to see the real you. The more that you allow people to see you, the more that you allow yourself to be you. So it's about living in that and knowing that you're well grounded as well. And once you do that, then you'll start to believe in yourself. And it's about the dog is loyal. You can do anything to a dog and it will always come back to you. So this is about you being loyal to yourself. In the past, you've given yourself away to everyone else, but you've forgotten about yourself. Don't let people step over the top of you. It's about you believing in who you are. The more that you believe in yourself, the more that you be yourself, the more that you start to understand who you truly are. So when you have no fear, you have abundance. When you have abundance, you have belief. So believe in you.
Beautiful. All right, we've got Laura next.
Laura.
I'm whipping it up for you, Nick.
No, here you go, Laura.
I'll put everyone up as Nick's reading for you. I'll put your messages up on the screen so you can see that the messages for you.
It's all about love for you at the moment. It's all about finding that internal love. It's seeing that beauty that's within you. As a rabbit breeds, it's about you breeding yourself. So there's, stop, as you can turn around and see, as I get sent of this card, is see that little rabbit, how it's covering itself, how the mother looks over the top. Now it's time to nurture yourself. It's time for you to let go of your children. It's your time now. Your children are all right, all by themselves, but it's finding that internal love. When you turn around and do that, then you'll start, look at the wolf, the beautiful wolf, about manifestation. Manifest what you want. All your life, you're just sitting there, you're waiting. The wolf is the leader, the teacher, is the lessons that we learn. The more that we turn around and manifest what we want, the more that we start walking our path. No longer are we lost in the forest, as the wolf is in front of the forest. It's leading its way out. It's about you leading your way out of the forest and moving. And then you'll find hope again. The bat, the rebirth, and it's seeing the beautiful bat as it's crawling through the night. It always comes out at the end of the day. At the end of the night, it will turn around and come and fly, and it's always nurturing on the fruits of its labor when it's in the dark. So don't look at the darkness as dark. Look at the darkness as light, because you're nurturing. You're just going through this big rebirth. So when you love, you manifest. When you manifest, you have hope. When you have hope, you have life. That's your message.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That resonates. So we have Elizabeth next. Go, Laura. I love those messages for you. I know, Laura. They're so relevant. I know she's going to post that up. So Elizabeth, gorgeous Elizabeth.
Okay, Elizabeth, it's all about finding peace. It's all about you stepping away, spending time with yourself. It's allowing the hawk. As the hawk turns around and glides, it's about you gliding and allowing yourself to step away from everyone and just be yourself. The more you are yourself, you be the queen. Be the queen. Just sit there on your crown. Sit with yourself. Be yourself. Honor yourself. Understand yourself. Find that peace that lives within yourself. The more that you find that peace is the more that you see who you are. And then the next one's the penguin, equality. So it's looking at you as equality. When we look at equality, the penguins are good in the ocean and on land. So on an emotional level and on an earth plane, it's about you being more grounded within yourself, knowing you are no better, no worse than anyone else. We are all equal. It's about seeing our equal in every essence of our life. So seeing the equality of who you are. And to waddle. As the penguins, they waddle. They be themselves. They turn around, come out at night and find their way home in the night. So it's about when you're in that dark place, don't worry about it. It's about you'll find your way home. It's about coming through your emotions. It's no longer holding on to your emotions. Allow your emotions to go, knowing that you're well grounded. So when you're making a decision, remember, you are no less or more than anyone else. You are equal. So how you feel on the inside and the outside, you're one person. And then you'll find the true love that you're looking for, the love that's sitting there deep inside you, and allowing yourself to grow and grow and grow, and feeling that love, feeling that presence of love, feeling the rabbit come and nurture you and be with you. And as a rabbit burrows through, allow yourself to burrow into your heart. Allow yourself to sit in that space. So when you have peace, you see equality. When you have equality, you have love. When you have love, you have the greatest soul life of all.
Beautiful. That's a lovely, heartfelt message. Now we've got Michaela.
Michaela, let's go.
I think I've pronounced that right, Michaela.
We forgive you.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's all about standing in your power. And when I say power, it doesn't mean power over anyone. It's just keeping your energy, standing in your own energy. The lioness is the king of the jungle. She sits there on top of the mountain and she turns around and sits there and she observes everything. And it's about you holding that energy, holding that love, holding that power of who you are and holding onto it. And look at it. Look at that lion. Look at the eyes on that.
Beautiful.
Look at you. You're looking at your own reflection. When you sit in that power, nothing can get through there. Then you'll see the beauty of who you are. A cat walks into the room and it shows everyone shows where it is, will turn around and purr and say, look at me, look at me. Never be fearful of your beauty. And look at the little butterfly. So there's big changes happening to you on that side. For the first time in your life, you're actually finding the true beauty of who you are. And you're starting to honor that and be that and embrace that. And when you turn around and say, I am beautiful, that's your affirmation for today. Then you'll learn to go within to find your answers. As the bear sits there in the cave, it's time to hibernate for a while. When you hibernate in your own beauty, you see the beauty of the world that surrounds you. There's no greater beauty than the beauty that lies within you. So allow yourself to go into that cave, see your beauty, and bring that beauty out to the surface. Because when you live in that beauty, you live your soul life. So when you stand in your power, you see the beauty of who you are. Then you go within and enjoy that beauty. Because no one can find that beauty that lives deep down in your soul.
Beautiful. Now for Jacinta, my friend.
Jacinta.
My dear friend, fellow collaborator, book collaborator. So was Laura too. So they're all on supporting you today, Nick.
No worries. Thanks, girls and guys, whoever's out there. It's all about working together. Jacinta. Forgiveness at the moment. So there's a lot of stuff that you got to turn around and let go. And knowing forgiveness is on the cards. It's a black swan. Looks at itself not as a black swan. Black swan looks at itself like the white swan, but it looks down deep into its emotions. It releases. And knowing you've got nothing to forgive yourself about. Life is life. Things go right, things go wrong. It's about letting go and allowing yourself to turn around and let and shed. So at the moment, there's a lot of shedding, letting go, releasing. They're no longer part of you. There's nothing that you have done that's made your life any harder today. It's about living in that moment. It's about seeing that moment. It's about being in that moment. Once you allow that, then you'll find compassion for yourself, the whale. And that's that self-compassion. At the moment, you're delving deep, deep into your emotions. See the beauty of going in there. Remember, the whale's a record keeper. This is where we store everything. This is where our knowledge is. This is where you're going deep within. So at the moment, on an emotional level, you're really going deep within yourself and knowing that's the beauty. But that's about that self-care. You've got to stop trying giving everything to everyone else. Now it's time for the compassion of you and living in that compassion. And when you have that, then you have acceptance, the raven.
Oh, beautiful. I love the
raven. Is the magician, is the teacher, is that void. It's going in there and accepting life is what life is. Life is what brought us here. When we have acceptance within ourselves, we have acceptance to go. The message is, it is time. No more for others. The time is for you. The more that you accept you, the more your life will become free. The more that you honour your mind, body, and spirit. So when you forgive, you care. When you care, you accept.
Beautiful. Okay. Now we've got Tracy.
Okay, Tracy.
We've got time for a couple more. If anyone else is on and would like a reading, just pop your hand up.
That's right. Well, there goes the first one. Balance, Tracy. It's all about balance, the magpies. Sitting on that tree. And if you look at that side as well, you can turn around and see how it's singing. So it's about you singing in your inside world and the outside world as one. When we become balanced in life, we become balanced in who we truly are. And the magpies are always there to show us balance. Look how they're perched on the tree, well balanced in the 3 areas of life. So become balanced in your mind, your body, and soul. The next one is being your true self. It's that cockatoo. So on an internal level, it's honouring yourself. So making sure you honour. Once you are balanced, you will honour who you truly are. As they turn around and fly and show themselves, it's about you showing your inside world and bringing it out to the surface and expressing yourself. Then we have the turtle. Once again, you'll have faith. You'll start putting your intentions in. I think for a while what's happened, Tracy, you've put your intentions aside. You've lost faith in yourself. So it's about bringing that faith back into yourself. So it's like, as I said before, it's like the sea turtle goes out and lays its eggs. It's time. It's time for new ideas, for new things. This year's gone. Done, dusted, finished. Let it go. It's time. But once you are balanced, you become true. Once you become true, you have faith. Once you have faith, you have life.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. Well, no one else is putting their hand up. I'll put my hand up.
Put your hand up?
I don't normally get time to put my hand up because everyone else jumps in, but
all right,
I'll put my hand
up. Put your hand up. For you, I'm going to do a special one for you.
Oh, thanks, Nick. You're the sweetest.
We'll do me full spread. The 8-card one, 9-card one for you. You tell me when to stop.
You're giving some great insights, and everyone's posting here how amazing and spot on the beautiful messages are. So for all of you that
these cards are meant for you to grab these cards so you can do a reading. Hey, we're going to be honest. We're going to be honest here.
Yeah, but we know that that's going to happen anyway. We know that the results speak for themselves, and it's going to be amazing because Nick will be at the Buller Market on the 20th. So for those in Melbourne, it'll be a great opportunity to pick them up for Christmas presents, and you know.
That's right. Mind, Body, and Spirit Festival in June when it's back. We'll be there as well, but the turnaround thing, as I said, turning around and hopefully getting out there, travelling all around the country. That's what I want to do everywhere, all around the world.
Tracy, the link to the cards is on here. Enchanted Soul, Nick, is that the
.com.
Yeah. So you can, and Nick's got some great deals.
Turn around.
Nick.
Yeah, great Christmas deal. You can get the book and the 2 sets of cards for $70, or you can get the, as I said, the 2 sets of cards for $50, the book and the cards for $50.
That's well priced.
Turn around. Tell me when to stop.
All right. Oh, sorry. Yep. Stop, Nick.
Right.
I'm too busy.
If I was to give me a number between 1 and 5.
Okay, 3, please.
You're working on an emotional level at the moment. Okay. So at the moment, it's about being your true self. On a thought level, it's about being your true self. So the cockatoo is being true to you. You're blocking. You're not expressing yourself at the moment. So you're not expressing yourself on an emotional level. So the rosella, see the beautiful colours, it allows itself to be seen. So it's about you expressing yourself. On a physical level, it's about having hope. The bat.
Yep.
It's about having hope. So once you have hope on a physical level, you turn around and you start going. So there's a rebirth happening there. So it's especially on emotion. What's your freedom card is the dolphin. It's emotions. So it's allowing your emotions to flow. When you allow your emotions to flow, you're free. So that's your freedom at the moment. Make sure you're expressing, you're letting go, you're not holding on. On an emotional level, it's honouring the whole of you, the shark. The shark is the queen of the ocean. It's about the wholeness of who you are, and it's about you expressing yourself emotionally. At present, it's the hawk. It's about patience. So it's about having patience at the moment. See how the hawk's got its little chick there, it's got the egg there, and it's being patient. Even though everything's busy, it's about sitting with yourself.
Patience, how do I get that, Nick? Can I buy it somewhere?
Right?
Can I buy patience somewhere?
Buy? Yeah, come with me, mate. We've got plenty of patience. Don't worry.
I'm impatient.
Patience on an emotional level will help you at the moment.
Thank you.
But that's telling me you're running away from it at the moment.
Okay.
All right. So what brings it all together? Movement. The ant. The ant goes up, over, under, anything that's happening. Then you'll have belief in yourself, the dog. That's your future card. And your soul card for today is the abundance is all around you, the peacock.
Oh, beautiful.
So when you're whole on an emotional level, you are true to your thoughts.
Yep.
When you allow your emotions to flow, you express yourself. When you have hope on a physical level, you move. When you have patience, you believe. When you believe, you have abundance.
Yep.
Now, on an internal level, when you allow your thoughts to flow, you become whole on a physical level. Mm-hmm. You become patient on an emotional level. You have movement on a heart level, and you have an abundant soul. On a physical level, when you believe in your thoughts, you become true on a physical level. You express emotionally, you have hope on a heart level, and you have abundance on a soul level. On a conscious level, it's all about hope. On a subconscious level, it's all about movement. On a heart level, it's all about abundance. Mm. When you are true, you express. When you express, you have hope. When you have hope, you have flow. When you have flow, you are whole. When you are whole, you have patience. When you have patience, you have movement. When you have movement, you have belief. When you have belief, you have abundance.
Wow. So that's a really good process. I'll be able to keep this and go remember those steps.
That's right. And that's it. You're all about abundance, bud. You're all, especially emotionally, is becoming emotionally abundant at the moment. That's where you're heading at the moment. So that's your card. As long as you believe that you're abundant emotionally, everything will open up for you. So it's about spreading your tail feathers and turning around and being abundant to who you are.
Beautiful. Thank you. And I think that's a big message. I've found that personally this year. It's digging deep and going, who am I? And, what is it that makes you happy? And I've discovered some pretty amazing things that possibly wouldn't have discovered if we hadn't been in lockdown and actually had time to do things.
It's really put into the importance of what's really important, Tonia. What is important? It's not the cars, it's not the money, it's family, it's spending time with your family, spending time with friends. The things that we've forgotten about. We become so busy in trying to live in a life of luxury, all these luxuries, but the luxury that we're missing out on is life. And knowing that life is so precious, and it's honouring that life and doing the things that think, how beautiful is it just to take your family, go for a walk to the park?
Yeah, the simple things, isn't it?
It doesn't cost a thing, and it doesn't cost a bonus. And these are me at the moment.
Too. That's what I've noticed too. It's just taking time to appreciate the things around you that you do love and enjoy.
That's right. But as I said, because I'm going through my own personal thing with my sister and that, you just realise it even more, to turn around because, all of a sudden everything got pushed to the side and turn around, hang on, I've got to step up.
Yeah.
And in her position, she's got everyone else to step up. That's her gift.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the healings that me and her have been generating, I've never felt healings like that in my life. I wouldn't care. I've never done another healing for the rest of my life, but the healings that are generating at the moment, I never thought I'd feel as much as what I've felt go through, and that's just allowing nature to take its course. It's about surrendering and just sitting in that space.
And that's really powerful, Nick, isn't it? Like, it's crazy.
You don't realise, because I got frustrated, I've done all these healings, I've learned all this stuff, and turned around and go, but no one's coming, I'm turning around, and then it dawned on me, what if I learned all this stuff just for this time, for now? How precious, how beautiful is that? There's no greater gift. There's no greater gift than that, than honouring that and being in that, and that's what I look, and you don't think of that at the time. You're always there, people aren't coming, people are getting into your head, this and that, but that's not what you're here for. What if it, and this is what it showed me, what if it was just for that? And it was funny because I've done it today and I've got the chimes out and I'm doing it all over her body and the tears started flowing in my eyes. I'm thinking, I can feel, I go, mate, how beautiful is this, to turn around and if this was what I was placed on this earth, and what better to do it than someone that you love, the purest of all. Mate, she's my rock, bud. I have to find that rock within me. I hope she's here for another 20 years, but we don't know. But to turn around but she's my rock, bud, and to turn around and she was always there for me, and it's about finding that rock. And what I've learned, I've got to find that rock within myself. The more that you find it within that self, you can turn around and help a lot of people.
And that's so powerful. And her having someone like yourself to work in collaboration with that healing could only be, the power with that for healing. It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
There's nothing. As I said, if you don't realise until a time comes, and then it's like that aha moment and that clicking moment, and thinking, this is all about, and this is what the cards are all about. The cards were, as I said, this is how they started.
Yes, I love that.
This is how they started, and this is how they ended up. And that's how funny. I went from there, but I upgraded. I went from there to these. Yeah, they were my upgrade. I use these for years. Don't worry. You ask people. I used to go to the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival with these cards. And everyone would go, you're mad. I go, no, I'm not mad. There's a purpose. And as I said, there's a purpose for everything. And these are the right time. These have come at the right time. These have helped me come out of a state that I now know that we can get out of, and it's a turnaround, helping everybody, and turning around even in the darkest of times. Is looking at it and finding that answers within and working on ourselves. There's no greater teacher and no greater healer than yourself, and it's that constant work. It's that constant, and not being able to, as I said, especially from a male perspective, is getting in touch with my feminine side. The more that I got in touch with my feminine side allowed me to open up into a world that I didn't even know of. I wouldn't allow any sort of energy and any sort of healing come through. It's amazing, my first Reiki session was probably the first time that I actually felt love inside. I put up this barrier of not allowing anything in, not allowing anything or anyone. I still struggle from it. My sister says she's still scared of women. I go, Mum, I'm scared of everyone. Don't worry. I'm scared of everyone. And they're trusting. If I didn't meet Scott and Trudy and all that, it's been a long journey to turn around and trust people and just allow them, that they didn't take any advantage of me or just wanted me just to be me and just to be in that essence, and turn around very grateful for them. I wouldn't be. I've gone from having nothing. I've got 3 products. I've got another product that might be coming out as well. So it just continues. You just got to continue with that flow. With that.
And I think, Nick, you're a great example of somebody who's been, through a lot of suffering, really, and a lot of struggling throughout your life, and you've managed to, get a grasp your way up to where you are now with your products and sharing that. And the hindsight of that is looking at what you've learned and being able to share that with others is just such a powerful tool. And obviously that's why.
That's right. And it's all, as the old saying, even Scott says this, everyone's got a story. If we were to sit down and tell our stories, we heal everyone, because everyone's gone through a situation that you've gone through. And it's about, they might have gone in a different way, but everyone's gone through it. And it is important. I want people to turn around and look at depression in a different way. Forget depression. It's just a word. Forget about it. It's a turning around is you know, we become lost on our ways, and it's about finding our ways to what we believe in and turning around and knowing that, you know, yes, you know, it's turning around. As I say, I'm not a doctor. You know, I haven't got a certificate in, you know, masters in this, and this. All I can tell you is from my own personal experiences of what I've done. I'm here now, and I'm living my life, and I'm living to the life that I want to live in. And it is about helping people. But first of all, what I've learned this year, especially, it's about me first, and it's about everyone else. Can't do it anymore. On a birth plane, as I said, on an earth plane, I've been stitched that many times. Enough. As I say to people, on a spirit plane, I love everyone. On an earth plane, I've probably killed 100,000 million people. And my sister, Scorpio in you, I go, I know.
And I think we can all relate to that. Like, we've all gone, you know, like you say, Nick, everyone shares a story, but it's so beautiful that, you know, you share that with your vulnerability is an inspiration. And I know many listening today will be the same. It's like, thank you so much for the inspiration to make those changes and have an understanding that we can start off somewhere, but we don't have to stay there.
That's right. It turned around, you know, as I said, you know, even it's just getting that one person to believe in you and turn around. It's about you believing in yourself. Once you've got that self-belief in yourself, you just go. Forget about what the outside world's telling you. You know, it's not about you functioning. My favourite saying is, don't live how the world wants you to live. Get the world to live in your world. And when they start living in your world, you know, you're happy because you don't have to be anything but anyone. The only person you have to be in yourself is you. What a greater world to have where everyone is themselves. No competition, no nothing.
No, because a lot of that is in our heads as human, you know, or it can be programmed in to be, you know, to feel like you're competing against others. And it's a bit like,
you think, Tonia, you turn around and go, even in the spiritual field, you go out there and you're trying to be like everyone else until you sit in that space. And that's why I used to love going out to the expos and just sitting in there and just being in there and turning around. You know, you get frustrated. At the start, I was getting frustrated. Oh, you know, they're getting some reading. They think I'm getting nothing, but I turn around. Oh, well, I must be here for another purpose. And you don't know when that purpose is going to turn around and come. And it's not, you know, it's taken me many years to turn around and go, man, I don't have to be like anyone else. Just continue doing what what's your gift. The gift is, which is funny. My biggest fear is talking, but that's my greatest gift. And you know, and you just laugh. You just turn around and the biggest fear is that. And if I was to tell people that I'm an introvert, they'll start laughing at me. They go, you don't stop talking. I go, hey, I'm comfortable. I'm in my own space here.
I love it. I love it. And everyone, thank you so much for your feedback on the readings. And Michaela's put, hi, business to the host. Hi, Michaela, it's Tonia. But I've actually still got Tracy's comment there. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. But thank you all. We've had some great insights. Nick, your cards are amazing. Everyone's jumped on to ask about the cards. We'll share Nick's link to his website so you can jump on. He's got some great deals for Christmas with, you know, 2 decks of cards, or the 3 products altogether is fantastic value, Nick.
And there you go. These, you know, as I said, they're the affirmation cards.
Beautiful.
And they're just as simple as, I look back not to dwell on the past, but to see how far I've come. I applaud all that I have achieved.
Beautiful.
Like that, and turn around. Yep, get on the website. It's enchantedsoulhealing.com.
I think somebody shared it before. Enchanted Soul Healing. I get this right. .com. Forgot no spelling mistakes.
As I said, hopefully I'll get them out to you before Christmas. If not, they'll be there definitely after Christmas. As I said, they're in customs in Queensland, so hopefully by the end of the week they'll be out, and I should be getting them in my hot little hands next week. And if not, Buller Market, hopefully I'll get them in time.
We're just going to set that intention. Nick's going to get his cards in time. If we have to do a road trip up to Lismore, Nick, hey, you know. I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, Nick, and sharing your knowledge with your readings. They're amazing. You can also get readings with Nick. I've shared the website there, so jump on and connect in with him. And, you know, we know that you'll love Nick's work. He's amazing, as demonstrated today. So thanks, Nick, for being a shining light and inspiring everybody. Like, you know, you've inspired so many here today, not only with your readings, but with sharing your story. And, yeah, that's really powerful to
thank you, Tonia, for the work that you do. Mate, we didn't have places like this to come to. We wouldn't be able to express ourselves and be ourselves and, you know, spread our work. And I love your work as always, as usual as well. You know, never forget about the work that you do. You know, you turn around, not only your host, you've got very many beautiful talents there, and Animal Dreaming Publishing, as I said, they're always going to be part of my life. They always have been, and, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them today.
Beautiful. And Nick and Scott and Trudy are amazing. For anyone that wants to self-publish, and we're all going to catch up. I hope you can come up, Nick. Next year we're going to the Writers' Conference, and so there's a few that are jumping on board that I'm really excited to be joining a really inspirational group. So jump onto the Animal page for that. That'll be a lot of fun. Scott and Trudy there themselves. So thank you so much for all of your great feedback. Thanks, Michaela, for your lovely message there as well, and for everyone else that's joined us today, because without you we wouldn't have a show. So we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us and sharing all these amazing authors that we've had. So thank you. Thanks, Sharon. Many blessings to you too, to everyone on this feed. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. See you, Nick.
See ya.